One of the most controversial events is back at Disney World this year, and I'm going to convince you why you should attend. This is your ultimate guide to Jollywood Nights. This entirely unique celebration is packed with exclusive entertainment, rare character encounters, festive food and drinks, and a retro Hollywood vibe that is equal parts classic and cozy. I've poured over every detail that you need to know this year, starting with what's new. Entertainment is a huge part of this event, and it is so well done. And this year, Disney said, I hear ya, and I'm gonna double down with even more amazing entertainment. Disney has added even more magic to Jollywood Nights this year with Glisten, an ice skating show. This is where you can watch world-class figure skaters perform to holiday classics and Disney classics. And is right here on Hollywood Boulevard. That's right, there is an ice skating show in Florida. Talk about some Disney magic. This show is available at 8:15, 9:15, 10:30, 11:15, and 12:15. But how do you know which of those show times to go to? Well, I'll get into that a little bit later with this video, because we also have new this year a Pixar Place dance party. Well, disco party actually. It's featuring characters like Frozone and Edna Mode, and you can join in on the festivities. Oh, and Joy's gonna be there as well. You can meet Joy this year too. And these festivities will be happening over in the Pixar area. This is just before you get into Toy Story Land if you're not going to Galaxy's Edge side of Toy Story Land. This is a perfect spot for some energetic fun and hanging out with your favorite characters. But speaking of favorite characters, there are a bunch of new ones this year for the event. Baloo and King Louie in their tailspin attire. We've got Jose and Petito over in the animation courtyard area. And then we've got Lotso or Belle Peep at the entrance of Toy Story Land. So characters everywhere. There are tons of fun photo ops throughout the event, and new this year there is one inspired by the essential millennial Christmas classic, A Muppets Christmas Carol. You can find that in the Muppets Company store, which is just past Pizza Rizzo. But pro tip, don't miss out on these photo ops, because all of the pictures and videos from this event at the Photo Pass stations are free. They are included as part of the event. Ollie, the gingerbread mascot of Jollywood Nights, is back with some exclusive merch like spirit jerseys and headbands, including a pass holder exclusive shirt this year. Sounding pretty fun so far, but this is only the beginning of the information you need to know if you're considering this event or if you already have a ticket here. So let's take it back to the beginning and talk about deets. Jollywood Nights is a special ticketed event. That means that this is something separate from a regular Hollywood Studios park ticket. Although I don't think that if you're attending this event, you should buy a ticket to Hollywood Studios, and I'll share a little bit more about that when I get to my tips section. Jollywood Nights runs select nights from November 9th to December 21st. The event officially kicks off at 7:30 p.m. and runs until 12:30 a.m. But party guests can enter the park as early as 6 p.m., a full hour and a half before the park closes to day guests, meaning you've got a full 90 minutes before the event starts where you can enjoy just regular Hollywood Studios things like getting on rides, grabbing some food. Now, the Disney website says event guests are allowed in at 6 p.m., but I've seen it on some other websites that you could maybe get in earlier, so I'll have to test that out once the event really gets going, but I will leave an updated information about that in the description of this video. Right now it is 7 o'clock and folks are already lining up for some of the character meet and greets. If you are attending the event, you will get a special wristband that will indicate that you are here for the party. You can get that at the front of the park. There will be a separate line for guests that are entering for the event, but if you're already in the park, you can go pick up your wristband over at Muppets 3D or at the Star Wars Launch Bay area. Now, tickets are gonna cost you between $159 and $179, but if you are Disney Vacation Club, annual pass holder, or even a cast member, you may be able to save a couple of bucks. So keep those dollars if you can. Now, one of the reasons I love this event is because it is peak Disney adult. Now, as of this recording, all party dates are still available, but tonight, the first night, did sell out. So I expect to see more parties start to fill up as we go. I love Disney entertainment, and that's what makes this event really a standout for me, is all the incredible entertainment that they offer. Starting with this can't miss. Disney Holidays in Hollywood. This Broadway-style stage show is hosted by none other than Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. It's over at Theater of the Stars. This is on Sunset Boulevard, where Beauty and the Beast normally plays during the day. The show combines old Hollywood charm with festive flair. The performers are spectacular with some really top-tier dancing. Watching Mickey bust a move delightful. You can catch the shows at 8:15, 9:15, 11:15, and 12:15. Pro tip, since this is an essential part of this event, catch an earlier show. That way it is checked off and it clears you up for activities later in the event. Hosted by Jack Skellington, What's This? A Nightmare Before Christmas Sing-Along is an interactive sing-along show at the Hyperion Theater, perfect for fans of Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a mix of holiday and Halloween, with characters like Oogie Boogie making an appearance. It's a really unique show because the performers don't speak but act and dance throughout. I'm not the biggest fan of Nightmare Before Christmas, but this unique take on the show really won me over. Catch performances at 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 11:30, and 12:30. Pro tip, that last show at 12:30 technically begins once the event is over. So to really maximize your event time, head to that last show. Hollywood Studios is bringing back its holiday fireworks show, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, for this event. Make sure to catch this over the Chinese Theater. Now, there's only one showtime, and that's at 10 p.m. If you've never seen the show before, there are projections on the Chinese Theater. If you can find a seat where you can see the theater, ideal. Now, if this fireworks show is a must for you, stake out a spot early because, again, there's only the one showtime. It does look like they're allowing people to purchase exclusive food items before the event actually begins, which will help with the lines. The next bit of entertainment really brings out the old Hollywood glitz. You can hear a live jazz band performing spooky yet festive tunes outside of the Tower of Terror. The Twilight Soiree at the Tip Top Club at the Tower of Terror happens right outside the exit to the ride. It's like you've been invited to an old Hollywood party there. Okay, so I just heard the cast members say that if you are here for the ice skating show, you will sit down if you are inside of this tape line, and then you'll stand up if you are outside of the tape line. Meeting your favorite Disney friends is always fun, but what makes this event unique are all the rare characters that you get to meet. There's a whole 90s throwback area by Echo Lake where you can meet Chippendale or Rescue Rangers, as well as Max Scoop as Powerline and Phineas and Ferb. I guess they're more like 2000s, but they're retro now too, which is kind of crazy to think about. Anyway, you'll also be able to meet the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda in Galaxy's Edge. Santa Duffy is at Santa's Workshop over in Grand Avenue. Disney says there are over 20 unique character experiences at the event this year. And the Holiday Festival in La Cali, sorry, I probably butchered that. It's a vibrant scene with warm lighting, colorful decor, spirited musicians performing Latin holiday tunes from 7:30 to 12:30. Now, although this is not party exclusive, it is a good reminder that a lot of the most popular attractions will also be available during the event. Since the park will be at reduced capacity, this could be a fantastic time to ride fan favorite rides, and you'll probably have some shorter wait times. Oh, also this year, Rise of the Resistance is not going to be in a virtual queue like it was last event season. It's just going to be a standby line. If getting on as many Disney rides as possible is part of your Christmas list, you'll want to use your time strategically at this event. Head to those popular attractions during showtimes or while others are in line for characters. And an especially good time will be during the fireworks since it's only shown once. Most people will be pulled to that. Now, the holidays are about yummy foods, and one of the best parts, I think you'd agree, of a Disney World vacation are the delicious treats.
Greetings, everyone.
What I was saying is also that one of the best parts of a Disney World vacation are the yummy treats you get to have. So add those two things together and you get things like Kermit's Frozen Banana Bliss, Agent B Croissant, Holiday Turkey Popover, cocktails like the Mistletoe Martini, and the one treat I regret not getting last year, the Santa Gertie cookie. And you can get this sugar cookie at different locations throughout the event. There is a complete foodie guide that showcases every delicious treat you can get at Jollywood Nights over on the Disney Parks blog website. Most food offerings at the event are going to be quick service. However, there is one table service offering, and that is the Jazzy Holidays over at the Brown Derby. They offer an evening of smooth holiday tunes with a live pianist and some exclusive festive holiday bites. This is not the regular Brown Derby menu. This was also an absolutely chaotic part of the event last year, but this year they've already made a revision that's going to smooth out the process so much, and that is that you can book dining reservations for this experience. Book dining for Jazzy Holidays just like you would any other restaurant at Disney World through the website or My Disney Experience app. This is great because it will help you plan out your event even easier, and that is one of the biggest tips when it comes to a special event at Disney World. This party will fly by. You'll walk in thinking, I have 5 hours, all the time in the world, and before you know it, the clock has struck midnight or 12:30 at this point, and the party will have ended. I suggest picking 2 to 3 non-negotiables for the event. Prioritize those. Once you've done those priority items, anything else is just a bonus. Now, before the event even begins, you want to make sure that you are here well before that start time. Like you saw, people were already starting to line up around 6:45, 7. So even though the event technically begins at 7:30, there's already a lot going on. So if you arrive just at 7:30, you're already going to be a bit behind the game. Also would consider not doing a park day here at Hollywood Studios. Because you get into Hollywood Studios before the event even begins, use that time to do the regular park things and then spend that 5 hours of the event doing exclusively event items. Some really special characters like Santa Duffy will especially have very long lines. So meet those characters towards the end of the night when lines have died down. You can see a full rundown of character locations on your event map. That map is crucial because it's your go-to source for everything party related. But you can also use the My Disney Experience app. Search for Jollywood Nights and you'll see tons of information about the event, including a digital map, which will also show you things like directions to get to which party exclusive thing you want to get to, as well as you can use this to plan your event itinerary before you even get there. Although if you have no idea where to start, we haven't met, my name is Molly, and I bring you Disney tips and strategies so that you can keep creating magical memories. Here's a sample itinerary. Again, customize it to fit your priorities and must-dos. 5:30, get to Hollywood Studios and check in. 6 o'clock, do non-Jollywood Nights activities like attractions, have a meal so that you're not spending event time eating a full meal, but instead are snacking, or even see Fantasmic, which will offer a 6:30 show on Jollywood Nights. 7:15, get in line for your first party exclusive, so characters, attraction, pictures, treats, something like that. Then make your way over to your first entertainment, which is the 8:15 Disney Holidays in Hollywood. After that, check out the 8:50 Twilight Soiree set as you make your way out of the show. Then head over to the 9:15 Glisten. That way you're already in place for the fireworks show at 10 o'clock, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam. At 10:30, soak up the atmosphere by checking out the dance parties, meeting more characters, exploring merchandise, or you could even check out the 11:10 Twilight Soiree set if you missed the earlier one. Then cap off your night at 12:30 with the Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along. Now, if you're still on the fence, see what this party is like for yourself by clicking this video here, because this party is too expensive and I don't want you wasting your time or money, so it's really important to kind of have a heads up of what you can expect during the event. As always, I'm Molly, and I'll meet you on Main Street.